welcome back to my channel. This is a craft channel. Today this video is a Flosstube video. So I forgot my glasses. Today I'm going to be showing you guys everything that I've gotten done in the past week. Very little haul and lots of stitchy progress. I also have some new things that I want to show you guys. So yeah, let's get started. I don't know what floss number this is. It just is. I can never remember until I go. I even like 99% of the time have to go back to my channel and look at the last week's video to see what Flosstube title to put in my thumbnail thing. So let's get started. There's a couple of things though first. So I have been playing with some yarn dyeing because one, dyeing's fun, and I wanted to see like what it was about. I wanted to see what it was like. So a couple of weeks ago I bought 20 skeins of yarn or hanks, and I bought 10 fingering weights and 10 worsted. It's the Aran weight though, so it's a lighter worsted. I think it's a 3 or 4. I think it's a 3 because 4 is like regular worsted and then 5 is bulky, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so I have been dyeing. I've dyed 2 colorways so far, but I'm going to keep the second colorway a surprise because what got me going on this was I watched Rachel Ray and she was dyeing yarn too, and it got me thinking. I was like, that looks like so much fun, I want to try it. And so I did. Well, I started. So these are the ones that I got. Are my words matching? I hope so. These are the ones that I dyed so far. These are 2. These are fingering weight superwash merino. What did I do with the tag? It's merino. I'm pretty sure it's 100% merino. The only thing though is that, so let's see if this still has one on there. It has these like ties throughout the thing to keep it straight, and I started cutting them thinking that they were separate pieces. And I'm pretty sure they're not. I'm pretty sure they are a string. And so these might be in more than one piece, and they're supposed to be in one piece. Once I realized that, I stopped cutting so that one of them might have one. I tried keeping them separate, but I don't know which is which. So I bought some acid dyes as well that you're supposed to use when dyeing these. And I got the smell out, I believe. When you buy wool, it has a very distinct smell. And so I think I've pretty much got the color, the smell out. And this I thought was going to be like a darker purple, and it ended up being more of like this maroon color. The color was called amethyst, and I legit thought it was going to be purple like this pen here. And it was not. So it ended up, move you guys, being a lot more red than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. It could have just been the percent of color that I used, because I added water, because I just wanted to make sure that my solution was correct, because you have to weigh them and it has to be, whatever. That's a whole other thing. But anyway, these are the first 2 that I dyed. They're pretty, aren't they? Very, very pretty. And then I have 2 more that I dyed that I'm also very excited about. And I'm not going to show that other color. It's just 2 different dye batches, but that other color I'm going to wait till Rachel Ray gets hers. So she's a little bit surprised because she's the one that inspired me to do it, and we were chit-chatting about it. And I told her, you know what, when I dye them up, I will send you some. And then, so I still have 6 skeins of the fingering weight, and I still have 10 skeins of the worsted weight because I haven't dyed the worsted yet. So there's that. And then also, so these are not cut yet. They will be cut into stickers. But this, I have done a thing and decided to do something on the Mystical Diamond Art website. And I've made these project stickers for finishing your piece. So when your piece is framed, you can put this on the back of the frame, or on the other page of your junk journal, or you can fold it, and you can take the notes part off and use the top part. These are going to be stickers. They are just informational project sheets so that you can keep track of your project. And I've decided to not put the company name on them. And so I'm hoping that might change. I don't know. I kind of really like the way that they look right now, and I've got a ton of designs coming because I have a whole bunch. These are just the ones that I have done so far. And so when I get these cut, they're going to go up in the Mystical Diamond Art website in the cross stitch section. But this one is like a mermaid in the sea, and there is some like vintage writing to it. So these ones are definitely more on the vintage side, but I do have more coming that are a completely different aesthetic than these. I've got like this siren here. I have some zodiac ones. This one is like a sun. I do have other zodiac ones as well that I haven't made up yet. I have this black cat with a broom. I have this vintage lady with a black cat. And I think, nope, yeah, this is the last one. And then I think I'm missing, oh, I'm missing one. I didn't print the first one that I made. So I have another one here that I didn't even show you guys yet. And then I have the moons, like the different phases of the moon here. So they're going to come in sets of 2. So you will get this half sheet. Don't mind these lines and stuff. That's stuff that I need for my cutting machine, but it's going to be cut here. And then these are going to be individual stickers. So they're about 4 by 3-ish in size, and it will be this sticker here, and you'll get it in a set of 2. I haven't priced them out yet, but I will, and then I'm going to get them cut and listed on the site, and then I will I'll be coming out with more. I don't know, let me know if you guys want me to show all of the designs like in these videos so you guys can see more of these, so you can have a visual of what the designs look like without having to go to the website. Just let me know if you guys want to see that, and I will keep showing them here as they come out. But for now, these are the ones that I currently have waiting to be cut. So I think I'm missing, oh no, I'm not, it's right here. Okay. And I think that's it as far as that stuff's concerned. I haven't gotten any new patterns in this week, so there's no new patterns on the website. You can either go look at the website, or if you go to, there's a video that I released last week called, oh snap, what's it called? Something where I show the patterns, and it was a Mystical Diamond Art shop update that I posted last week. So if you're watching this video, just go back to the most recent shop update. So there's that. So now, we're gonna do whips now. So a couple months ago, I decided that I wanted to do the Ink Circle music note trio for my sister and her boyfriend for Christmas, because he's a band instructor and she just loves band, and she's actually in her college band, and she's been in band like her whole high school thing. So right now, I already have the Here Comes Trouble done. Right now I'm doing the first base, and I'm almost complete with it. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. I did change some of the colors, so they're not exactly what's called for. In the first one, I changed because the bars, that's what these, the lines on the music sheet are called bars, if I'm not mistaken. And they're in cinnamon toast, and I didn't care for that color, so I changed them to be a darker color, and I chose Weeks Dye Works Onyx for that. So that's what that looks like. And then I'm just doing them on scrap pieces of Ada that I have, and I believe that these are all 14 count pieces. The first one I did is on a green, that light, That freaking window, man, I swear. Oh, I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm just gonna have to close it right now. So I got a lot done on this. I got most of this done the day that I started it. And then in my second sitting, I did almost this whole swirl. And then most of this, I finished this swirl here. And then last night, I finished up the outside edge of this. So I have to fill in this part of that, finish the bars, and then there's two tiny motifs here. These are the center pieces of them, and that's it. If I'm not mistaken, I should be done with this one, and then I have this one to do still. So that's my progress on that. This I don't think I said this. These are from Be Stitch Me. It was from a grab bag that she had months and months ago. It was actually won it, but I don't know if she sells the grab bags, but she saves the cuts, and I know she does a lot of giveaways with them, and that was one that I had wanted to give away. I need to close that stupid window. Okay. Oh, I need to put this up. My dogs are barking, but they're all full of mud, and so they're staying out there. I was hoping that by this video I would be done with the chopping mall. I don't have a picture of what this one looks like done. At least I don't think I do. So I'm going to show you, or I'll put a picture here of what it looked like last time. And then I'll show you what I did this time. If I have a picture of, if I can get a close enough photo of the section that I did, I'll do that, because I didn't do any of the other sections. So I'm almost done. Oh no, was that? Yep, that had a needle. I'm almost done with the Hannibal room. I would be completely done if I only worked on this, but I did some of the ink circles one, and then I had something else that I'll talk about right now. So I think aside from his mouth right here, I need to cover my face because it tries to focus on my face too much. No, maybe not. There we go. Aside from his mouth right here, I only have to do the big border up here and then the flowers in the vase. But I already have the threads where they need to be for the vase here, and it's only 8 full crosses and 2 lines of backstitch. And then the banner. Making sure my kids are picking up their room. Okay. So the next whip, put that in the recycle bin, is, I'll talk about this in a minute. I worked a little bit on the, oh no, don't fall. What is this called? Halloween at Hawthorne Hollow. I gotta move the pattern off here. And it's coming along very nice. I think I did a whip and chat with this, so you guys would have seen me do this, and I did a couple more of the stitches. These are her hair, or this is her hair. And that was all I did. So you saw me finish all of this in the whip and chat, and then I believe in the whip and chat I started her hair. I'm not sure if I started her hair or not, but I did her hair, and then I started coming up this way because there's some other, like, these gray lines in her hair. So that's what I'm doing here. These stitches are so hard to tell the difference when you're stitching them. They look so close. So there's this kind of like greenish gray, this gray, and then this kind of greenish gray in her hair, and then this greeny gray color. They all look the same, but now looking at them stitched, I can totally tell the difference. But when I'm putting them, like choosing the colors and picking them out, because when I'm stitching, I take whatever I'm doing and I leave it out with, because I cut the threads off, and I leave it there, and then like I'll take the other color out and do it, and I'll keep all of the colors out next to me while I'm stitching, so that if I need another thread of that color, or if I'm going back to that color, that I don't have to dig for it again in my bag. and I just leave them out. And so when you have all the grays out, they look so much alike, and I was having such a hard time because these would get like mixed up, my ones that I already cut off. And so it just, nature of the beast, I guess. That didn't sound too good. They're supposed to be cleaning. This is stitched, I haven't told you guys anything. Chopping wall, 16 count shell from Picture This Plus. This is stitched on a piece of 32 count Lugana, and the color is Shadow from Be Stitch Me, of course. I think like 80% of my projects are stitched on Be Stitch Me fabric. What can I say? I find her more affordable. I find her more affordable than a lot of other hand dyers, and of course the big companies, and she's got some great colorways. I think I did a lot of work on this since last Flosstube. Lots of work. They're messing with the door and they're gonna get in trouble. Temperature Tree from Stitcher Mommy. This has turned out to be one of my favorite pieces this year, and I'm pushing for a finish by the end of the year. So we'll see what that looks like at that time. But I'm stitching this on the called for, not on purpose, but because I actually had a piece of it before I started the pattern, and so I just thought, you know what, that's perfect because I already have it. I don't think I cut it at all. It comes, I think this is like a little bit smaller than a fat quarter, a fat eighth maybe, I don't know. So I did a couple, let me see, January, February, March, April. I did some more of the leaves in May, and then I stitched June, July, and August's branches. August isn't finished, but I messed up on July's branch, and I had to frog and fix it, but that's okay. So it's getting there. We're about the halfway point almost, to me. My kids. So yeah, my husband came up with this really great idea that they were all going to change rooms. So currently my daughter's 28 count blue even weave from Hobby Lobby. My husband came up with this great idea. My girls share a room, and they don't sleep in it a lot of the time. They either sleep with us, or they sleep in the living room because there's no they don't have a TV in the room. And so, like, because it's COVID and there's no hard school times, we haven't been really enforcing a strong bedtime and stuff. And so my 8-year-old expressed that she's going to be 9 in December. She wanted her own room. And since my stepkids moved out, we've had an empty room. So my son, we have 2 master bedrooms in our house, ours and then my daughter's. And my daughter's room. And we gave them that because they're girls. And at the time we had 3 teenage boys living here. It was my 14-year-old, and then my 2 stepsons. Well, he wasn't 14, he was 12 at the time. And then my stepsons, who are now in their 20s, but they were all 3 living here. So we thought all of the boys would share the main bathroom because it was bigger in size, and then my daughters would get their own room, their master room, because they're girls. And, you know, it makes the most sense for the girls to have their own private bathroom away from stuff. And so now my daughters want to switch, and they want the big bathroom, and they want their own separate rooms. And so my son, my 14-year-old, is going to get the second master to himself, his own bathroom, which the bathroom's a lot smaller, so it's going to be so much easier for him to maintain, because right now he's using the big bathroom and it gets quite messy. So I don't know, we'll see. I told my husband, he came up with a brilliant idea like 2 nights ago, and he wanted to do it like that night, like at 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, you know what, screw you, buddy, I'm not doing that shit tonight. My 20-year-old has storage here. Him and his girlfriend live in a tiny apartment. They don't have a lot of room for a lot of their stuff, so seasonally they switch out their things, and they've got a lot of stuff here. So all that stuff's in the bedroom upstairs, so now we need to move all of that stuff to the garage, and it's this whole process. Will it ever get done? Couldn't tell you. So continuing on with the whips. I and Amy, I'm sorry, I had to. I went ahead and picked up our stitch along that we're going to be kind of doing together, but Amy is a monogamous stitcher for the most part. She might toggle between like 2 or 3 things, but she will just power through one project at a time, and I don't. I get bored. I don't know why. I can do that sometimes when I'm really into a project, and then I won't stitch on it for like a month and I'll work on 60 other things. So this is a stitch along that we're going to be doing together-ish by Shannon Christine Designs, and it's called the Trick or Treat Sampler, and it looks like this. And I kind of wanted some mind-numbing stitching, and this was perfect for that because I worked on the border and I got a lot done on the border. I don't think I'm halfway through. Oh yeah, so this is a whole page. Stop it! And this is why I just can never get anything done. My phone's only at 14%. My kids cannot clean their own room. Anyway, I don't even know what I did. Okay. So, this right here is the end of the page for the top half. So I was going to come down here and do this, but I started doing, it's got these boxes that go full around the border as well. So I started doing that. I'll probably come back down and do these before I come finish this side. But that's what I'm doing right now. And the pattern, this is the first page. Is 2 pages. So this is stitched on. We're doing 2 over 1. This is on 14 count Ada from Be Stitch Me. There's no color on it, but it is this green color, and this is a 14 count, so I already increased the size, and this is an 18 by 21 piece, and I'm only using half, not even half, because I'm not even going to go all the way down to the bottom. That's okay. So there's that. This is a fun stitch. I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot of black though. I think all my patterns have a lot of black. Next is the linen and threads. Mystery stitch along for 2020. Looks like this. Well, this is until May, and I did a stitch with me on this one, and I finished a lot more. Then I showed in the stitch with me. So this whole motif is finished, and there is a pot down here that I am going to start on, but it looks difficult. Oh no, it's in there. Looks difficult. This is, oh, it's more to the side. So this is the pot that I'm going to stitch, and it looks really hard, in my honest opinion. Just for counting reasons, it looks pretty difficult looking at the pattern, and I'm terrified that I'm going to mess up on it, especially that I'm doing 2 over 2. So this is stitched 2 over 2 on 28 count even weave from Hobby Lobby. I don't even think I cut this piece, so I don't even know if I'm going to use the whole thing or not. I can't remember. It is what it is. So there is that. I got a lot of stuff done this week, but to be honest, like, I did way more stitching than I normally do this week. I don't know why you guys are so far that way. I don't know why. I just did. I've been kind of like in a slump, not a stitchy slump. Just, I don't know. It is what it is. Maybe it's winter. I don't know, but I love winter time. I love the cold weather. I don't think it's that. I don't know. So because of that, because I was feeling blah, I wanted a new start, and I did start something. I've had this kitted up for a while. I knew I wanted to start it and just hadn't gotten around to it. I had the fabric and everything that I needed to start it and just didn't start it. So I finally just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna start it. So I pulled out Harry Potter book covers, and I've had this for a very long time. I've talked about it a couple of times. I'm doing the unnamed version, which means that you know whose name isn't at the bottom, which is upsetting because I'm totally all about giving artists credit for their work, but I think this is a step towards something beneficial to make a statement, I guess. So Harry Potter now exists in his own universe. We don't know who wrote Harry Potter. So I'm doing this one. This is by Fox and Teacup Designs on Etsy. Two Martini Stitchers also doing this, but she's doing hers one book at a time, and I am not doing that because the pattern isn't broken down into one book at a time. So the first page is like this whole part right here coming into the second book. So I'm just going to work by page. I think it's just going to be easier for my brain to do that. And this is what I have done. I got quite a bit. I think it's 300 stitches. The count on this, I could not decide how I wanted to do the count because I'm doing this on 28 count even weave from Hobby Lobby 2/2, which I wouldn't normally do a full coverage like this on 28 count 2/2 because it's full coverage and they're normally quite large. However, I did not like the sizes that they were coming out to be. I have it written down. I'm just going to take the page out. I have it written down in here. So on 28 count, the size was going to be 13 by 18, which to me is a decent size. I had thoughts of doing it 10 stitch, which would cut the size in half. So somebody was falling down the stairs. And would make it a 6 by 9, which I thought was way too small. 16 count would put it at 11 by 16, which is kind of a decent size, but at the same time, I didn't have any 16 count or 32 count, and I really wanted to work with what I had. And then 18 count was 10 by 14, and I thought that was too big. Not too big, I just didn't like the size for whatever reason. Which would also meant 36 count, but I don't work with 36 count. It's a little too small for me. I don't like it. And I've found that 28 count's really my soft spot. I really, really enjoy the look of 28 count 2/2. My cat. And so that's what I'm doing. I've got like 95% of the colors in here. I think I'm missing one or two. But I kitted it up with what I had. And then if I was missing something, I went back and added it later based on what was on the first page. And so her pages are like out of order. And so technically right now I'm working on page 7. But that's okay. I'm cool with that, you know, because it's basically the top of the pattern. So I started it in the top left corner, which is typically where I start full coverage pieces. It's not crooked. My Q-snip's loose. Because you should always loosen your fabric when you're not going to work on it, and I didn't want to take it off. But that's my corner. I think this is about 300 stitches in 3 or 4 different shades of brown. You can't quite tell. I think you can tell that this is 2 different shades, but this is actually like 3 or 4 different shades of brown. So there's that. That's my new start. There was something that I wanted to talk about, and now I can't remember. Oh, my needle minder. I don't know where I got this. I can't remember. I think I got it off of D-Stash, I think, and I'm pretty sure I showed it because I'm pretty good about showing you guys all the stuff anyway. So the giveaway stuff will be at the end as usual, because I never remember to do the giveaway before the video. It is what it is. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I had intentions of saying something. Completely forgot. So I have the tiniest bit of haul. Not a whole lot of stuff. So one is my Classic Colorworks nest egg from Throughout Threads. So I noticed that I got a lot of repeats this time, not a lot, but there's a couple of repeats that I did get because all of the classic colorworks that I've personally ordered are kitted up in the kit that I bought them for, because I never bought any. I'm trying to get this yellow circle off of my face. I never bought any classic colorworks to just keep in my stash. It is in a kit, and so there's several that I already have, which is weird. It's cool. I don't mind. So the first one I got was avocado, chopped chives. This is a repeat because I'm actually using this in what's it called? Which I close the door. I'm using this in the ink circles pattern. This is one of the colors that I subbed, and I know I had it, and it's not called for in that pattern, so I had gotten it in the nest egg. Deep Fennel, that's a new one. Colonial Rose, new one. Cauldron, new one. Love this. I just love all of the gray colors. Caribbean Waters, pretty sure that's a new one, but I'm not 100%. Chili Pepper, also I think this is a repeat. I haven't checked on that one yet. Chocolate Cream Pie, which a lot of people are like, this does not look like chocolate cream pie. Why are they calling it that? I have no idea. Does not look like chocolate cream pie, but maybe. Depends on where you get it, I guess. This one actually has some really nice variegation in it. It's really hard to see in the camera, but it has some. Creeping Jenny. That's a very strange name. I think a Jenny is a cactus. Not sure. And then Cool Azul. I think a lot of people pronounce it Cool Azul, which is why I think they named it that, but it's actually pronounced Azul. That's a pretty color too. I love blue. All blue. There we go. Pretty, huh? So there's that. These are going to go on my floss wall back there. Then I picked up a bunch of fabric at Walmart because they have the fat quarters, and I saw some that I really liked. So I got a Super Mario one. I got these two paw print ones to go with these cat ones. And I got a Nightmare Before Christmas because Jack is my favorite. It's not focusing, it's fine. And a like watercolor black. Almost looks like a batik, but it's not. It's just like a watercolor, regular fat quarter. And I'm hoping to do something with these, but we all know what that's like. I think they're like $1.50 each. Some of them are $2. I don't know why the difference in price. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, the licensing ones I know. I also picked up some more packs of the size 28 DMC needles because for some reason Walmart's the only place I can find these. And so when I have the time and I'm not going with a purpose and I have a few minutes to look, I will run to the cross stitch aisle at Walmart and pick up a pack or two of these because I think they're only $1.27 and they're my favorite needles. And I like to keep my needle in that project. I will not move my needle. Also, I'm missing something. What did I do with it? I hope I didn't throw it away on accident because I think I did. I lost a fucking package. It has to be... I had to have either accidentally put it in Amy's bag, which I don't think I did. No, because I think I packed that up before. I ordered 4 needle minders from Abby Topknot from Stash Unloading. And I don't know what I did with the fucking needle minders. Unless I didn't bring them in and they're in my car, which is a possibility. I did throw a bunch of stuff away today, except that the recycle's empty, so I don't know how I'm going to get back in it. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to look. I'm starting to get really pissed off because I can't find it. And yesterday was trash day. But I didn't dump my trash out. Where could it? It has to be in my car. I have no freaking clue. well, that's one that's packaged to show you guys. So we talked about the tingles. I found somebody on eBay who had all 6 patterns of tingles, and I am so excited about it. I had already bought 3 of them. But these are the 6, there's 6, and they're the Lizzie Kate Flip-Its, which means that there's 2 patterns in each booklet. So the first pattern is this Ghosties and Ghoulies, and then the second pattern is this one. So they're actually both on the front page, just the other one's smaller. And I'm going to finish it like this. The way that two Martini Stitcher finished hers is how I'm going to finish mine as well. And I don't know what happened here, how I got them so freaking cheap for all 6, and they all have the buttons. I can't show you because they're glued on with a very big glue dot onto the pattern itself, right in the middle. And when you open it, it's this page, and then these other 2 show the pattern. And so all 3 of them. So we've got Ghosties and Ghoulies and Haunted, October 31st and Jack-O-Lantern, Just Batty and Trick or Treat, It's Hollow Scream, Toil and Trouble. Why does this one feel so thick? Just is. It's Halloween and Fright Night. And then Gone Haunting and Spooky. I will pull out the other 3 and we'll give those away. And then another freebie that I found on Pinterest was from Tiny Modernist, and it's called Witch's Brew. You can see here it's a complimentary chart. So Pinterest is very sketchy because a lot of people upload paid patterns or PDFs, and you can take it, print it out, and totally steal it and make the pattern without buying the actual pattern, which is illegal. And I know a lot of times you can see the image on Pinterest, and then when you click on it, it's broken link because Pinterest has already removed that original source. But so many people pin the thing that it's hard to remove every pin. But anyway, you just have to be careful. So when I see a pattern that comes up on Pinterest, if it's not a complimentary chart, I don't print it, I just leave it. Or if it's a must-have, then I will save it so that I can buy it later. But I got this one called Witch's Brew. Then I picked up, there's another freebie that I came across on Pinterest called, I don't know what it's called because it's not in English, but it is free. It says free. I'm honestly starting to think that this Flosstube's not supposed to happen. Something's in the way. I'm trying to figure out what it is on my non-existent tripod. So the lighting is totally different because it's getting dark, and I went ahead and opened that window because now the sun is over. This is a free chart. It says free. It's the only word I can understand. It is by that, and that's the blog that I got it from. And I found this on Pinterest, 4 colors, and it's so cute. So I got that. So I told you guys I was going to give away the tingle stuff, and I can't find the other 3 tingles. So I could tell you guys which patterns they are. Let's just try it. Just my office is just not having it today. I need to go tear my car apart. This also came in the mail when I renewed my Just Cross Stitch subscription, and I don't know if I want it yet. But it's a cross stitch calendar. It's cute, but I don't know. I'll have to see how I feel about it as it gets closer to January. But this was like the free gift, I guess, for renewing. And that came. So I have that. I just really need to clean in here. I need to clean this whole house. This whole house is in total shambles. Did I already mention that this is a Flosstube that's not supposed to happen? So, you guys, it's my 1-year Flosstube anniversary yesterday. And that's all the haul, by the way. 1-year Flosstube anniversary, and I'm still looking for stuff because I'm so frustrated that I can't find what I'm looking for. I have some videos planned. So we talked about this before, about doing like a 1-year Flosstube Extra stash dives showing you guys what I've accumulated in 1 year. I'm going to try to make them move a little faster because I know that they're going to be long, and I want to do a whip parade. I want to do a stash dive showing you all my fabric, a stash dive showing you my patterns that I've accumulated, and then also doing like how I store things. I'll show you guys a closer look of the floss wall. I'll show you my bins from further away type of situation. And yeah, maybe like I have another bin that's like miscellaneous, that's got like my hoops, my frames, those thread hugger thingies and all that stuff, so I'll have to do that. But yeah, Flosstube anniversary. Is that my husband? Tis my husband. Why is he wearing his mask? He's a weirdo. Giveaway. Wanted to do the tingles, can't find the tingles, so we're gonna do a couple of other patterns. I have Mediterranean Villa, so if you want to stitch this, say Villa, which is V-I-L-L-A. After this is done, I'll insert the clip of the winner from last week's Flosstube. This is a cute pattern. I really like this, so there's that. If you want to stitch the cats, this is a book about cats. Just say something about cats. Do you have a cat? Or cat? Do you have cats? Do you have a cat? It has all these. I don't know if there's additional ones in here, but there's a bunch of stuff. And then somebody can also win all this fabric. So I have 3 of these Bucilla Feel the Difference Christmas Shenandoah 14 by 18 28 count pieces of fabric. So I have 3 of those. They look like that. Yeah, they have like the red and gold lines on there, so you can stitch something. Probably placemats maybe. I have 3 of those. One person can win all of this. And then I have 4 of these 15 count cross stitch fabric table runner, 12 by 36 in this like mauve color with the fringed edges. You can totally get rid of the fringed edges as well. But I've got 4 of these as well. So if you want the fabric, just say something that you want the fabric, or you know, whatever, and we'll do that. So I'm gonna go tear my car apart because I want those 4 needle minders. I paid like almost 30 bucks because her needle minders are a little bit more expensive. I remember I opened them in the car. The needle was incredibly strong, and I remember looking at the back wondering how she made them. Because sometimes they're pins and sometimes they're not, and you can see where she dremeled the pin off, and I was thinking, oh, okay, she had a good idea there, and she put a larger magnet on it. I'm so frustrated with it. If I find it, I will insert it after this. If not, I'm gonna be a pissed off motherfucker. Alright, you guys, that is it. This Flosstube is, I don't know, because every video clip is like 5 minutes long, so who knows how long this is gonna be. That's it, you guys. That's it for now. I have to go. I've got a lot of shit to do still today. It's gonna be 6 o'clock, and yeah, I'm frustrated. Still have to make dinner, clean the kitchen, do all this shit, finish laundry, find those fucking needle minders. I can't even remember what kind of package they came in. Yes, they were in a poly mailer in there. I put them, oh, I know where they're at. I'll insert it at the end. You guys, oh my god. Okay, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Because I can't get my life together today. Here they are. Aren't they a freaking adorable? This one's like matte. Oh, it's gorgeous. This tarot card. This Hogwarts library card. Love that. And then this one says coffee or death. So cute. Okay, Teresa Chuckle, you have won the Christmas book that we gave away in last week's video. I know this is kind of small. I'll try to make it bigger, so congratulations to you.